What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video by DFW Gunworks. I'm your host, Xavier, and today I'm bringing you a video of the Manurhin MR73. Now, I will say before I get started, I did create a Patreon. Now, that's not too targeted, it's just kind of out there. Just want to get jump started on that, but as far as like for the future goes, I know it's out there. It's created. You guys don't have to support me yet. Don't support me at all if you don't want to. If you do support me, thank you very much. I will love that. All the money, anything I get from you guys is going to go towards the channel, towards ammo, towards new guns, towards giveaways when I get to that point. But just a heads up, just want to let you guys know I did create that. But I do have an amazing pistol for you today, guys. And let's go ahead and dive right into that video. Back on this beautiful piece of art, the MR73. Now, some of you may be asking, what in the whatever is a MR73 or Manurhin or whatever you guys are running through your minds right now? But this is actually a service revolver. Now, the service revolver was initially created, found about, requested by the French, the GIGN. They wanted a service pistol that was more than unique to anything that's out now and anything that's been created since this gun's come about. I know it's kind of wild since I just talked about the H&K Mark 23, but this this revolver, this MR73, this is definitely something else. Now let's dive in real quick to this quick unboxing of the gun. I want to show you guys exactly what we are looking at today. So here we go, have it, the Manurhin MR73. This is the 6-inch cannon, or 6-inch barrel model, in 357 Magnum. Now we'll shoot 38 Special, but 357 Magnum is what this gun's made for. The GIGN actually requested that this gun be able to withstand 150 rounds of 357 Magnum every single day at the range during training, while also being able to withstand and fire 40,000 rounds a year of 357 Magnum. Now, those 150 rounds throughout the day actually added up to a lot, and what it boiled down to was that this gun needed to be so accurate that it had to be able to put rounds sub-inch, 25 yards, and in fact it can do, I think what was said was 15 rounds at 25 yards with a 0.8 inch grouping. So that's pretty wild for a service pistol. But let's go ahead and dive in. So there she is. That is the Manurhin MR73. It's got an amazing bluing to it that, I tell you what, it was very difficult to get this gun clean due to the fact that it does fingerprint very easily. So it's definitely probably gonna get dirty during the course of this video, but right now it is kind of clean. So let's take a look at it here. The rounds, let's see, just so you guys know, it is clear. So you guys don't think I'm just putting my hand in front of the barrel or anything like that, but it is clear. So, but amazing bluing, look at that. MR73. It's Manurhin. It's got the Manurhin logo here on the back. Now you may be asking, what in the world are these grips here? These are French Trouche grips. They're not the I guess nicest thing to look at. I'll tell you that for sure. Wood would probably be a little nicer, but I tell you, for a service pistol, these rubber grips actually help to control recoil a lot, and they are a lot better, more comfortable than a wood grip would be with this revolver. So let's dive into the pistol. Now, aside from the amazing revolver you get in this packaging here, you do get these are the cleaning tools. It's not a suppressor. Cleaning tools. The rear side adjustments, you can adjust windage and elevation, and then you have the manual. So let's get that out of the way. Here we have the MR73 357 Magnum. I tell you what, when it boils down to it, I know I did say that the H&K Mark 23 was one of the best pistols, if not the best pistol I'd ever fired at that time. you could probably knock me for this, but it's nowhere near as accurate and as fun to shoot as this revolver. Now, that being said, the majority of the rounds I put to this revolver were in 38 special, because 357 Magnum is very, very difficult to find. But we did have some super hot 357 Magnum we were shooting out of this. That was loaded by my buddy Derek's grandfather, so that was definitely fun to shoot. But big shout out to buddy Derek. He actually brought this gun to shoot and to do the review on. And yeah, I'd never heard of it up until he had brought it about, and I did some research, and this gun is wild. Now, I think initially where you can probably find this gun, it's gotta be kind of funny related to video games, but in the video game Rainbow Six Siege, the GIGN operator does have the option to carry this sidearm with him. Now, I say sidearm very lightly, because the French actually, this is kind of their primary weapon. The GIGN, they actually use this weapon in a mission to, you know, say take out some terrorists. But when it boils down to it, this is kind of all they needed, you know. And it's kind of wild because he only had, you know, the 6 rounds of 357 Magnum, but 357 Magnum does pack a punch. And as long as they had enough, you know, you can carry, you know, 5 or 6 sets of 357 Magnum, and you shoot pretty good. So, but yeah, the bluing is nice. It is on the barrel as well as the frame. So as you can see, it is kind of getting inside a little bit of fingerprints on the gun there itself. The hammer and the trigger are both goldish. They're not as blued as the frame of the gun and the barrel and the cylinder itself, but they're still pretty nice. Like I said, the trowel grips aren't the nicest things to look at, but they definitely are the most comfortable, and especially this being a service pistol, it is nice to have those trowel grips there to be able to absorb recoil from the 357 Magnum. So your hand placement, you don't put your hand, don't put your hand there. Oh, he's never shot a revolver first, so okay. Somewhere to put that hand.
Hold on. Let's do that first. So basically, the thing is about revolvers is they don't make a seal like a pistol does. So you don't want your hand anywhere in front of this because gas comes out from here, basically.
Yeah.
So I hold the gun like that.
Okay.
So as long as your fingers are out of the way, you should be fine.
All right. So
close it.
Let me try to get
Or here. You want to take the ammo out and then try it?
So let me trying to figure out a good grip.
Just any way you would hold it. Yeah, that's fine. As long as none of your fingers are in the front of the cylinder or near the front of the cylinder.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
perfect.
That's perfect.
All right, so I can just pull.
Or because that's not working. Go ahead and go. Yeah. Do double action. I just want to see it. It's not coming far back enough. You can see it.
On the double action? So the single action will work.
The single action is fine. The double action is not. It's not coming far back enough.
I see what you're
it's
saying.
Probably how it's probably why the double action is so smooth.
Yeah.
It's because it's got it. Like I said, he's got it set perfectly
for his ammo.
Yes.
I see. Loading up the Manurhin, first time shooting.
All right. So.
Yep. Nope. Yep.
All right. Buddy Derek loading up some 357 mag. I'm gonna stand right behind him and feel this shockwave. Now we had a couple of issues with some of the ammo. This one, for example, took 2 primer strikes and still didn't fire, but made it work. Figured it out. Man, that's just a light primer.
Alec Baldwin Demi rounds.
Oh yeah, Alec. Hey man, I'm recording over here. Do you realize? There we go. Yeah, I can get about 1 or 2 rounds before I'm like, my hands are just like, nah, fuck that. Derek has quoted them being hot.
extra hot.
All right. Muy fuego.
Look at my thumb. Holy shit. It's like, I put my thumb here and it like fucking smashed off this thing.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, just 2 rounds. Just 2 rounds.
He was so scared he fired the second round.
Yeah,
Forgot he fired it.
Well, you fired the. I think you fired the first round like on accident. No, the first one I did, but my finger was like, I was like trying to still hold, like figure out where my grip was, and then it shot back, and that's whenever I like adjusted it. But I was like, all right, it's okay.
Now, talking about this barrel here, it is a cold hammer forged barrel, and that rifling is actually formed during the forging process of the firearm. Now that does help out a lot with why this gun is so accurate. Like I said, it does the 15. Well, before the factory, it was able to shoot 15 rounds, 0.8-inch group at 25 yards. Obviously, the 6-inch barrel does, contribute to that a lot. Yeah, cold hammer forged barrel. Both of the cylinder and the frame are forged at the same time out of billet steel. There was a video over on YouTube, obviously, but they were at the factory and they showed how crazy of a process it is that they do, and they make the cylinder, and how they don't actually blue it until they're actually almost done with the firearm, because it has to get tested and they don't want it to get any scratches or anything like that on it. So it is pretty neat, the process. I think Forgotten Weapons does that video, so it's a pretty neat video that he goes to the factory and actually learns about the Manurhins. But yeah. Now the neat thing about it is, and it's kind of wild, is if you look at the sights here, it's got white dots on the back, and the front is actually just blank, just a black dot. Now it does have, it is kind of serrated a little bit to kind of keep glare out, as well as on the front here for glare. But still, the white dots are only on the back of the revolver. Now that being said, about to drop a bomb on you guys. Manurhin, revolver, it's not the cheapest of firearms. If you're looking to try and get one, which I would love to have one, but considering the price tag, it's probably not something that's going to be coming into my collection anytime soon. Price range is up in the $3,000 price range, yeah, for this pistol. Now, that being said, you guys can say it's a little overpriced, you guys can say it's kind of not worth it, but it being a revolver that can shoot that many rounds, 357 Magnum, and not having any issues with it, as well as just, the looks of it are just fantastic. The gun is worth $3,000, depending on who you ask. Any revolver person who's out there who carries a Smith & Wesson or any other type of revolver, actually, knows what an MR73 is, they can tell you the gun is worth what it is. So a lot goes into making this revolver here. 12 hours of non-stop fitting at the factory just to kind of get everything straight and set up perfectly on this firearm before it goes out to its owner. Yeah, the revolver is just unmatched against anything else out of the box. $3,000 ish. I mean, this is the 6-inch model, so it's a little bit more than $3,000, but for what it is, you're getting everything that you pay for out of the revolver. Now, downside of it, if you're like me, I like more rounds to be able to shoot. That's why semi-automatic is kind of what I go for, or it's not a revolver because I want more rounds. But there's nothing wrong with having just the 6 rounds of 357 Magnum that do pack a punch, even if it is overloaded. I know at the factory that the rounds that they use to shoot this revolver and test are 30% over normal 357 Magnum pressures. I will say the 38 Special did feel like a hair above 22. So we did shoot a 22 suppressed, and then we shot this, this revolver, and it felt the exact same. The fact that it sounds a little louder, but they did feel the exact same. To me, that's wild, because most people nowadays, not most people, but most people that have a 38 Special or even a 357 are going to carry a 38 Special because it is cheaper, but also because it doesn't kick as much and you can handle recoil a little bit easier. But if you wanted to opt for 38 Special on this, or even 357, they're both manageable. like I said, it's not something that I have the currency to be able to put into my collection yet. I will say if the time does ever come to be able to acquire one of these, I definitely will, because this is probably one of my most favorite pistols of all time. I've shot a lot of pistols, not as many as most people out there, but to be able to shoot something as nice as the Manurhin MR73 and be a part of kind of just those people that can actually shoot this gun is actually insane. So again, thanks Derek. Thank you for letting me borrow this gun and do a review on it. Like I said, unfortunately that price is $3 so anyone who's looking to get one of these pistols, as well as trying to find one, it's not gonna be the easiest thing to try and find. But yeah. Now the neat thing about, real quick before we go to the range footage, single and double action pistol. So most pistols, I mean, they are all adjustable. So there is adjustment screws. There's no travel adjustment screw in the trigger there. You can see it kind of poking out the back. There's also a hammer adjustment screw. There's 2 hammer adjustment screws for the single action and double action in the trigger as well. So what's neat is the single action. And look at the tolerance of that. Single action, once you pull it, it's super light. I believe 3 pounds. 3 pounds is what the single action is, which is what everybody likes shooting, the single action. But the money, I think, and how crazy it is, we took it to the range, and most single and double action pistols do fire differently. I'm going to show you real quick exactly what I'm talking about. I do have my CZ P09, which obviously this is a different style of pistol, but it is a single and double action. So single action, it's obviously going to be, there's a lot of travel here, but single action is easy pull. And then double action, I'm going to try and show you guys without kind of struggling too much, but the double action pull, if you look at it, it's very stiff at the front, and then you pulling, and it's kind of like blocked there, and then you pull. So it's just different. There's a lot of it gets really stiff, and then it breaks, right? Really stiff, breaks. Left hand side here. So it's not quite consistent. It does get more difficult to pull as you get along to the back before the hammer actually breaks. But in the Manurhin, if you look at it here, this double action, I'm gonna let this hammer drop here, but this double action, there's no creep, no take up, nothing. It's straight pull. Straight pull. It's the same all the way through. There's the trigger pull does not get any more difficult, any lighter, any heavier. It is the consistent trigger pull from start to finish. It's crazy. Pulling with ease. I mean, look, this middle finger. You can do it. My pinky can do it. That's insane and how smooth. And it's reportedly that that double action trigger pull is 8 pounds. Does not feel like an 8-pound trigger. You know why? Because the P09 felt like that's a 10-pound trigger in double action. This is reportedly 8 pounds. My hand is at a weird grip. I'm gonna put it more easy to see. I mean, look at that. It's easy. It's a very easy pull. So double action. While most people won't like to shoot double action because it is more difficult, especially on your guns like on your Smith & Wesson and other revolvers out there. Single action is kind of the easiest thing to shoot because one, it's a smaller pull, and boom, once you pull the trigger, it's going. But with the double action, it's so smooth you won't even realize. It all happens so fast, especially on this firearm. But like I said, the double action is unmatched with any other pistol out there, let alone any other revolver, but any other pistol out there. Like I said, the Mark 23 that I shot and that I did a review on. Yes, beautiful pistol. Yes, nice pistol. Not a Manurhin. Nothing special, some 38s, nothing special, some 38 special for this. 357, just to kind of give us a easier recoil. Plus 38 special, a lot cheaper than 357. Just like it at 45 too, so. downside of having a revolver is having to reload so often. It is fun to shoot. You gotta change your grip up a little bit. I didn't that time, but it's pretty neat. It's always neat being able to see the bullets and knowing that never gonna have a jam because the bullets are always gonna be in there. Got 6 more rounds for you guys, real quick. The double action's actually working pretty neat on this one, dude. We had some ammo before that wasn't really firing very well, but pretty sure it's just that was that ammo. It wasn't wanting to fire off the primes. So we'll try double action on every single one of these 6 pulls and see how it works. Pretty neat, man. Manurhin MR73. Alright guys, again, thanks for watching the video on the MR73. Like I said, it was an honor, if not more, just to be able to hold this firearm, hold this revolver, and see what it's actually about, especially how great of a pistol and origin of this pistol, where it came from, actually what it is, but just knowing that the GIGN just wanted this pistol to be able to, you know, do exactly everything they do and more for their guys. So it is with that that I leave you guys. If you liked the video, if you have any questions, comments, anything like that, please leave them down below. Please subscribe, guys, if you liked the video, and if you did like it, go ahead and hit like the video too. I stuttered, but I do appreciate subscriptions and likes and comments and anything like that. I do try to respond to you guys as soon as possible, just because I appreciate all the support you guys give me. So we did hit a milestone the last video with 325 subscribers, so we are still climbing up, guys, and I'm on my way to try to get to 1,000, because I think that's kind of where things start to kind of pop off, and I can start giving you guys some more information and more videos and things like that. But if you did like the video, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. I don't mind those at all, comments, anything like that, positives and negatives. I do appreciate and would love to learn more as well. If you guys know more about this pistol, that'd be awesome too. But until next time, I will see you guys later. Stay safe out there. Try some new guns. If you do find one of these, go ahead and shoot it. Buy some 357 Magnum or 38 Special, just in case you ever decide to go out and you see one somewhere, you have the ammo to shoot it. 10 out of 10 or 11 out of 10 will recommend shooting it, because like I said, this is the best pistol that I've ever fired, hands down. It's just ridiculous in so many ways, in the fact that I don't know how it's possible. But with that, guys, I'll see you guys